Splitting from Regent Street, I'm on my way to Red Call, to the preview premiere of the film Red Call at the Regent Street Cinema. So follow me there. Today is July the 25th and we're going to a preview of a new film where I sing the credits. And the film written and directed by Steve Goff. So follow me. And upstairs, walking into Red Call. So we have Ruth Humphreys here, the lovely Ruth Humphreys, and it's really good to see you here. How are you involved in Red Call?
Yeah, I was part of the crew helping out on set, so I was doing some of the prompting and things like that for one of the days.
Okay, great. So it's really exciting to be here today, isn't it?
Absolutely, it's really exciting to see all the film come together and see it coming through as it's gone on. So yeah, actually, wonderful for Steve. Yeah.
I can't wait till the end.
Well, of course, we're looking forward to hearing your song. Absolutely.
No, honestly, I want to see the rest. Okay, thank you, Ruth.
Okay, lovely. Thank you very much.
I've got Peter here. And how are you involved in Red Call, Peter?
Well, my involvement goes back quite a while because I got involved with Steve when he was preparing it as a play for the stage, and through that I got involved with recording some of the stage performances and helping out with the script development. Okay. And then when Steve suggested let's make it as a film, a proper film, he invited me to participate.
Okay, thank you very much. Good luck for tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Here is Steve, the writer and the director, who's invited us to the preview today, and it's so exciting to be at a preview. So, do you want to say something? How do you feel about tonight?
Well, it's the end of a very long process. It's taken, well, I suppose about 15 months to get here. Lots of ups and downs, but today it's great. I'm very pleased with the performances, very pleased with the creative contributions, the music, all aspects of it. So it's very much a collaboration of talents. And so one is, happy that people's abilities come together.
Fantastic.
Not everyone is going to love it.
Yeah.
Some may not, but I'm happy either way. I mean, it's that stage where you're just glad that you've come through the process and people have been able to express themselves, the actors and so on, and people like yourself, with a wonderful song at the end of the movie.
Thank you. I've heard a lot of compliments, so I'm lapping it up. But the other thing I just quickly wanted to ask you is, what plans have you got afterwards? Are you going to try and get it on general release?
Well, we want to get into festivals. That's the main thing, is to try and get into some festivals, and then we get the acknowledgement because when you're in festivals, you have the film community there, you have distributors and so on. So we want to get it into some festivals and then build on that. Really, that's what one always tries to do. Maybe get a festival award or something like that. That's the aim, really. It's not easy because these days feature film distribution is hard. If you're not a big budget production, it's difficult. But you just have to have the energy.
Do what you can.
And do what you can.
We'll do what we can with moving on TV as
exactly.
well. So
as
you
are
can send
doing.
this around everywhere, as you haven't got any of the big media companies that are filming it, so I'm it.
Exactly.
In a nice way. Okay, take care. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I know because I saw what Steve sent me quite a while ago, and you play the police inspector, right?
I'm a counter-terrorism inspector, yes.
Counter-terrorism.
Yes.
Okay, what's your name? Your real name?
My real name or the character name?
No, your real name.
Christopher Tajar.
Hi, Christopher. It's nice to meet you.
Likewise.
So, how do you feel about making this film? Is this your first film, or have you?
No, by no means my first film. I've done a few films now.
Right.
No, it was very, very interesting. It was a great character to play. Very interesting character because it's not all that he makes out to be.
Right.
So it's an interesting character because you have to kind of work out, how he's going to deal with understanding and getting through to this character and trying to work out and piece the story together. So it's an interesting character in that degree.
That's great. As I said, so how do you feel about being today at the preview?
No, it's always nice to see what happens because you just do the film. You do the film and it goes in the can, so that, you know, the term the can. You forget it. It's over a year later, by the way. So sometimes things are altered, sometimes things are cut. So it's very nice to see. Sometimes it's very nice to see the finished film because it kind of reveals to you what the film is going to be.
Hey, there I am. Music. Nadine Reddy and Laurene Hope. It's a lovely reception. Oh dear. So do you catch the train to Chelsea?
I've done that before I like to go by across the manor, to go by Brentford.
I think he's made it. And I want to get him up here just to ask a few questions before we start so you see the context in which it was made. But we really appreciate you all coming and joining us. Steve. That Paul had a long journey and an interesting one, and this is the first time we're really going to test it. And we also hope to hear your opinions about it afterwards. But it started off as a play for the White Bear Theatre, which you wrote for them 2 years ago. Can you say a little bit about how that happened?
Well, I wrote a script, actually, the very first draft of the script was a film script, oddly enough, but then I tried to develop it, and as often happens in the industry, it didn't take off. So we thought about it as a theatre production, and I had a very good friend who was keen on setting up fringe theatre productions, and we were able to do that. And it was a lovely experience. It was a great show. I think we had excellent reviews at the White Bear Theatre in South London. And when we looked at all that had been done, particularly the performances and the direction of the theatre piece, I thought, well, this is something that could, be a film again, and that's how it began. But that's just to do with, obviously there was the subject of the film as well.
And that's the thing I wanted to ask you about, because the subject is actually about a volunteer Samaritan, and you also are a Samaritan.
Well, I was for a number of years, and it may sound a bit strange to say it, but it was a great experience. It was a very enriching experience. Obviously, sometimes a very painful experience, but it was something that stayed with me. I left after about 10 or so years, rather the same length of time as the character, actually. I felt that there was something there that I wanted to work through as a writer, and then there were other elements that came in, the theme of terrorism, which will, when you see the films...
We can talk about this afterwards, but okay, but I was really getting at that, how much of that experience...
Yeah, I mean, what I'd like to say about it is just that it was great to work as a writer from an experience that I'd really been right in the centre of. Because very often as a writer, if you're adapting something, you're working at one remove from your subject. But to be working from something that I lived through over a long period of time, and I knew it very much from the inside, and I felt it was an important set of experiences that I'd had. I was at the Central London branch, which is the biggest branch in the country, and it was right in the middle of Soho, so you felt you were right at the centre of things, and dealing with an enormous range of people with different backgrounds, and it was a powerful experience over a long period of time. I really wanted to write about it.
Well, soon you'll see the very talented cast who were in the play, but were you involved in casting the actors?
Yes, I mean, I wasn't, I didn't have the pivotal role. I came in as a writer. I was just the writer on the production, and I came in as a writer on the auditions, and that was fascinating, and very enriching, because we met some lovely cast members who went on to be in the play.
Okay, so like many people who went and saw it, I remember saying to you after the performance, you should film this. I mean, it's terrific. And when you decided to film this, how did you go about making it?
Well, it was funny because initially it was let's have a record of the film, of the play, but very quickly that idea went because as you will see when you see the film, it's very much set in a real world. It's not in a kind of theatrical world apart. And so once you introduce real locations, you enter into something quite new. And then there was a challenge of making it a film rather than just a recording of a play, which is perhaps better talked about after the experience before. But then the other thing to say about it was, you know, I called you and I called Peter and Yoram Tembrink, who can't be with us today, who I must say played a very important role. I want to just mention Yoram, who's linked actually with this cinema, because he was one of the people that set up the cinema. He played a very important role at an early stage, so I just want to pay. He can't, unfortunately, he's not well, so he can't be with us. I just want to pay tribute to him.
We then had some meetings and we discovered actually we had no budget. And being on freedom passes, we always think the solutions. But somehow, how did we solve that problem?
We just went ahead and did it.
Okay, we went ahead and did it, so 84 minutes of film.
We did pay people, I hasten to add. It wasn't an exercise in exploitation.
We're still
we
paying
didn't
them
pay very
off,
much.
yeah. So we had 84 minutes of film. How many days did it take?
3.
3 days, okay. Well, so it's good to know this context. One of the things I want to say about the 3 days is it was one of the nicest collaborative moments I have ever had in my working career. Because somehow everyone was there pitching in. Maybe we've said enough now.
Yes.
Let's see the film, and I hope you enjoy it. And I think, obviously from a content point of view, I think it's fantastic. And we'll be very interested in your opinions afterwards or comments. And thank you so much.
Same from a lot of old rubbish you do that to get up with on TV.
We won't turn this into a, but I would, you know, there are other people here, including the director, the original director of the theatre production there, and many other people, the music, and so some people that have really done great jobs there.
Derek?
Did you wear your own?
Derek, where are you?
Did you wear your own clothes? Your own clothes?
Derek, come on.
I read the script when I auditioned for it. I loved the character. I just feel like she's just so real. I don't know. I really liked the dimensions of her. And yeah, she's really wounded, and I was just really interested in exploring that, and also exploring, I think, somebody that puts on a front. And you know, why do we help people? Why do we work? You know, why do people work at call centres? Is there something that they're hiding? You know, so there's lots of things to explore with the character that I was really interested in, and then it was just lovely working with everybody and playing. And actually, the filming was really interesting because we didn't have very long at all. And we just, you know those takes. The whole of that first bit was a 60-minute take, one take. And we did it 4 times, including a rehearsal that I just went, can you just film it, because we might have something in the rehearsal. So it was really full on. It was amazing to work like that. I really enjoyed working like that, and I'd love to work like that again. But I think, you know, anyway, can I just pass this on now? Thank you.
General question. What was the question? How do I deal with different? The contrast in the script. I suppose. Obviously very heavy subject matter, very current, and I suppose it was my job to provide a bit of relief, which I think I mixed success personally, but mother-in-law, I think she deserves credit, really. Specific script, our favourite. But yeah, and echo about the filming style. It was crazy to do, but yeah, really quite beneficial to work that way. You just don't worry about anything because it's all happening around you, and it's all broken up. So, thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, okay. It was just so exciting to hear my singing coming from this massive big screen inside the cinema. Never ever happened before, and I really wish, Steve, that you get this everywhere with this film so we can all get the glory that we all deserve with the wonderful film he's made. And I'm very proud of myself that I did this. So thank you, Steve, for giving me this opportunity. I love you lots. Thank you. Signing off for Moving On TV from the Regent Cinema here in London. And when it comes out, don't forget to go and see Red Call. It's a brilliant film. Thank you. Power of the who from below hast made me rise unwillingly and so from midst of I can scarcely move or draw my breath, can scarcely move or draw my breath. Let me breathe again. Let me freeze again to death. Let me freeze again to
I'm Joost. I'm an associate producer on the film, and I loved your singing at the end. I think it really focuses the meaning and content of the film in a way that's wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Steve's very lucky to have you as a neighbour.
Oh, thank you. We're good friends.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
Okay.